I need to find out what happened in the... Have you happened to see an elf around here? Tall, spindly, talks way too much for his own good. No, of course not. That would have been too easy. This is what I'd get for hiring a tuskless runt. He said he could improve efficiency in Greystone Quarry. What did we get for our trouble? First the fog, then the screams, then nothing. Not a word, and it smells like elf mischief to me. My husband, Chief Ramash, went down into the quarry to look for the elf and find out what happened to our workers. He came back covered in blood, and I can tell you, Ramash doesn't bleed easily. I'd appreciate any help you can provide. After what happened to the chief, the rest of the clan refuses to go anywhere near the quarry. If you can get in there, find out what happened, and make sure the quarry workers are safe. I'm Chief Ramash's forge wife. Tumnash is my clan, and Greystone is our quarry. These recent troubles, on top of the pressure to provide more stone for Orsinium, are beginning to take a toll. I tell you, it's enough to make Malakath weep. In the longhouse, tending to his wounds and raging about the troubles that have befallen us. By Malakath's crooked tusk, chiefs and their howling. He's useless when he's like this.
Doing the Lord's work here, Tugum. Boom, 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 boom. It's a wild pub.
Another outsider here to perform tricks for the false king? Bah, go back to Kurog and leave a real clan chief in peace. Outsiders. Always want what they can't have. You could ask whatever you want, but everything that happened in the quarry is kind of a blur. I'm not actually sure what happened down there. Sure, most of the blood I came back covered in belonged to Bonalog, but that doesn't mean I didn't sustain a few injuries of my own. Look, it was dark and foggy down there. I don't know what attacked us, but it was fast and it was dangerous. I remember shadows in the fog. Sharp claws, slicing, cutting. I need time to recover. Then I'll go back and figure this out. But if you decide to enter the quarry, outsider, be careful. That damn elf woke something terrible down there.
Interesting.
High prices can't be beat. Shadows in the fog.
What are you doing down here? Don't you know that Greystone Quarry is a disaster area? What happened? The High Elf, that's what happened. Things were fine for a while. Rock flowed out of the quarry at a record pace. But then we broke into a cavity and the elf insisted on exploring it. That's when the fog began to roll out of the hole. It was fog. Thick as stew it was. Chief Ramash and Huntwife Bulgar decided to enter the quarry and find out what happened to the elf and the workers. We went with them. We entered the fog, but we weren't alone in there. There were shadows, things in the fog. We were attacked. I saw the chief run out, covered in blood. Bulgar's still down there, looking for her daughter. Last we knew, she was with the elf. Find the Huntwife and her daughter, and kill as many of those things as you can. But the elf, save the elf for me.
I guarantee you I won't, Gorn.
Like I said, it was dark, foggy. Couldn't make out anything except shapes, shadows in the fog. Even though I couldn't see them clearly, I could hear them clanging around, skittering on sharp claws, and they moved fast, like lightning.
Sounds terrifying. Is that a Dwemer? Awesome.
I thought you were one of those damn machines. You're just lucky I've got the reflexes of a snow bear, or your guts would be decorating the floor. Now, care to explain what you're doing down here? Is this another of my husband's half-hearted rescue attempts? Whatever. I guess I should be grateful. One of those metal spiders took a chunk out of my leg. Nothing too serious, but I can't fight worth a damn. So it's up to you to find my daughter. I don't, but I can hope, can I?
It's not very sensitive.
I haven't seen her corpse, and she is her father's daughter. Then there's the elf. He knows what he's doing, and has more than a few tricks up his sleeve to deal with the machines. He's a clever bastard, I'll give him that. He knew there was a dwarven ruin down here, and used us to uncover it. We should have been more careful, but he had significantly increased our production. And you know Orsinium, they always want more stone. Shaban, she's a brave young woman. Took an immediate interest in the High Elf and his fancy ways. The elf didn't seem to mind. In fact, I think he liked having someone strong and beautiful at his side. You find one, and you'll find the other.
What's the plan? Something bugging you? Hey, it's your funeral.
Oh, thank Trinimac. You're not one of those dwarven Dwemer things. But what are you doing down here? Did you come to help me escape from this damn quarry? Our quarry, sure. But the dwarves carved out this quarry centuries ago. It looks like they started down here and were working their way up. But don't ask me what they used the stone for. I don't want to think about that. He told me to stay here while he went to investigate the central structure. He used his control rod to walk right past the machines, but apparently its protection doesn't extend to anyone else. That's what I get for trying to help an elf.
Ah, what a surprise with Zark. Seems like we explored that place only yesterday. You do remember? Stros Mackay, Dwemer Ruins, that adorable animunculus clanker. Those were good times. But now, to business. Ah, so you've met them. I really do feel awful about what happened. I offered my help because I suspected that the ruins of Mizandine were down here, but I never expected such powerful defenses. This place is remarkable. Ah, the Bzark ruins. That was an adventure. Since then I've been traveling, exploring. But it's good to see you again. And I could really use your help. The ruins' defenses are some of the most powerful Dwemer apparatuses I've ever encountered. Yes, but I was referring to the fog. It was a most curious thing. As soon as we unearthed the door to this place, a heavy fog set in and the Dwemer spiders swarmed us. I know how to handle dwarven constructs. The orcs, sadly, do not. My control rod can only handle a few constructs at a time. The scale of this place is well beyond its capabilities. There may be an alternative, however. If we can find the construct control center, we may be able to take command of the constructs.
When making... Ready for whatever you got. Let's make this quick.
Ah. Got a good build. Oh, well done. That was a good duel. Ah.
Finest orc merchandise.
Alright. Where am I? Okay, this is not where I need to be. I need to be in that mine quarry.
expecting. Our paths cross again. Thank the Eight. It's amazing how often good research leads to remarkable discoveries. Since we parted, I have come to the conclusion that this is an automated quarry. Like the Orc Pit above, only much more sophisticated. The control rod that I made back at Stros Mackay. I can't command the constructs, but they don't attack me. Alas, the Orcs weren't so lucky. Our paths cross again, isn't it though? That's what we in the business call a remarkably well-preserved orb of illumination. I believe this dwarven device may contain the key that allows us to bring Mizandine's defenses under our control. Think of the device as a gigantic combination lock. These emitters shine light upward towards the various lenses attached to the rings. If you rotate the lenses to a specific orientation, the device should unlock. Trial and error, like any other scientific endeavor. But be sure to keenly observe every rotation of the rings. That's the key to our success. We can manipulate the 3 kinetic resonators to adjust the lenses and rotate the rings. Follow me.
Hopefully that's not as complicated as it sounds. Awesome. Do you want to explain how this works, bro?
This is one of the most complex Dwemer devices I've ever encountered. To reiterate, we need to strike the kinetic resonators to rotate the rings and align the lenses to the beams. If you run into trouble, just use that lever to reset the rings.
Oh. Okay. Alright, so this one rotates. I don't even know. Okay. Let me see. Alright, that's the 2 inner. So I need to get the outer set and then work that one. This is impossible. What a silly machine. Do I have those backwards? I sure do. I hate this so much. Okay. Lucky if it works. Stupid. I'm gonna look it up. Puzzle of the Orb of Illusion. Orb of Illusion. Toggle switch 3 times, left switch 6, right switch once. That's, like, that would take me all day.
This should allow me to control the dwarven constructs.
Like, some kind of clue on that would have been better.
Fascinating. I never imagined the control mechanism would fit inside so small a space. It will take me some time to master this device. But with it, I'm sure I can suppress the outer defenses and return the quarry to a relatively safe state. We had a mutually beneficial arrangement. I taught them techniques for excavating the quarry more efficiently, while they removed the stone that was blocking the entrance to this ruin. Well, no. But they never would have gone along with it otherwise, and they would have found it eventually, right? The fact is, I had no idea that the Dwemer constructs would be so excitable. I suspected as much. I did my best to help them, but there was so much confusion. If I can take control of the defenses and give the orcs their quarry back, maybe that will make up for my negligence. And maybe they won't kill me.
I'm gonna have to cover for this dude.
Fascinating. I never imagined the Oh yes, it's perfectly safe to work the quarry again. And please give the orcs my deepest and most sincere apology regarding these unfortunate circumstances. I have something I want to try first. Something that will help repay the orcs for my indiscretion. If I can make a few adjustments, I want to offer the constructs to the orcs. I'm sure they'll make excellent workers. I'll join you up above shortly.
As soon as our scouts sent word that people were emerging from the quarry, I hurried down to see what was happening. So, where's that damned elf and what did he do? Dwarves? That's the last thing I expected. From the stories I've heard, Things involving ancient ruins and dwarves never turn out well. Then the elf survived? Perfect! That means I still get to wring his scrawny neck. Wait a moment. What's that sound? Troll dung, it's the constructs! The damn elf betrayed us! To arms, my clanmates! Let's show this mad elf what we think of his dwarven army.
Don't be alarmed. I bring a gift. These constructs can work your quarry and build a great city of Orsinium.
Damn you, elf. I should kill you where you stand.
What did I say? Please, my friend, make her see reason.
He got half my workers killed, and now he insults us as well? The elf's blood price is steep, and he's going to pay it very slowly. Greystone Quarry belongs to Clan Tumnosh. It should be worked by Clan Tumnosh, not those metal monsters. As long as one Tumnosh lives, we'll extract stone from this quarry just the way Malakath intended. With orc sweat and orc muscle. We dishonor ourselves and our ancestors if we sat back and let machines do all the work for us. It figures that an elf would come up with such a disgraceful and dastardly plan. Their worth is considerable, and we'd be able to keep our quotas as we build back up. You're right. Thank you for letting me see beyond my rage.
Oh.
Ah, outsider. I confess I had my doubts, but my forge wife tells me you were as good as your word. Thank you for helping restore order to the Greystone Quarry. Oh, very well. You performed a vital service for my clan. The least I can do is go and listen to whatever fancy words Kurog wants to shout at us this time. I'll see you in Orsinium, outsider.
I know you. You're one of those outsiders that Kurog brought to our land. I heard you've done some amazing feats, but I'd rather you didn't linger in my stronghold. Sorry, but I have problems of my own right now. As long as my forge wife is miserable, I can't deal with anything else. I wonder, does King Kurog have a solution for volatile family disputes? I'd definitely listen to him speak on that topic. If you're brave enough, talk to Lasgal and do whatever she asks. If you can finally get her to stop yelling at me, I'll go and listen to whatever Kurog wants to say.
This is taking longer than I thought. I have little time to waste.
Fool girl. Children. Never have them. The king insisted on a Morkel daughter for his forge wife. But then he decided to pass over my eldest. Now Ashika wants to prove him a fool for marrying her little sister.
What is this drama? Huh.
Malekith alone knows why Ashika ran off. Wounded pride sent her to Morkel descent, no doubt. Idiot! The girl will end up as Ogre Dun or a spider hatchery. Running off to Morkel descent is why Ashika's still unwed! Finding glory in old relics instead of at the king's side? He'd have chosen her if she wasn't so headstrong. Ugh. Go on, ask. Old clan legend says it's full of relics. Every few years, a new crop of idiots runs off there to get killed. You want to know what's in there? Ogres and spiders the size of ogres. Ashika thinks she's steel in a world full of iron. For all the king blusters, she'd challenge him at every turn. Her little sister is content to just run a forge. Easy choice. Also, I punched his mother. Now, it was years ago. Alga said the breastplate I made her son was adequate. Question my skill with a word from a Daggerfall parlor. Pah! Didn't help that Ashika's first dagger had Alga's tooth forged into the hilt. Worth it, though. Running off to Morkel descent is why Ashika's still unwed! Finding glory in old relics instead of at the king's side?
Okay, let's see here. Got to be something local. Morkel descent. is impossible to tell with multiple targets.
Finished.
I should have been at my husband's side. He'd still be alive, and I'd still be his hunt wife. Well, look upon my husband and weep, for his next journey is to the Ashen Forge. Perhaps a new chief will deal with Kurog's latest nonsense. Until then, leave us to our misery.
Rotten luck, Chief. Don't see many new faces at Chateau Range. Our only neighbors are surly giants. Speaking of which, Chief Ogzor had a nasty encounter with a giant's club a short while ago. Best keep your voice low. We don't know how much time he has left. Dying. No amount of healing magic can fix smashed brains. Soon as he goes, Chateau is in for dark times. The clan will tear itself apart without a good contender for chief. I want to prevent that. We know which giant smashed the chief. I want to return the favor. That'll show the clan I'm a good contender, which would help keep the clan together. Thing is, I'm no tracker. Care to help me find the bastard? I have a few words to say to Chief Ogzor's mother. I'll meet you where Urkael the Cleaver's tracks begin. Don't know why we call him that. He carries a club.
That's real dumb, Lorig.
I don't really know. Most giants are surly enough. Urkael the Cleaver, we've come to learn, is a mean drunk. Once, he tore off an Echater's crest and tossed it across the snow like he was skipping a stone. Heard they found it in Farin's stronghold. All right, let's find Urkael the Cleaver. Is that a track? Sorry. It's just a melted snow. Are we lost? It feels like we're lost. I'll just follow you. Should I be quiet? Don't want to disturb your tracking. I'll be quiet. Ysara? Ysara! Guess she's out. Listen, we both know you're the one who avenged the chief. Happy I could land a few good smacks. I'll tell Ysara when she's back. You deserve the credit. That's up to the clan. I'm only doing it because Shatul needs a chief. Can't say I enjoy staking a claim while my friend is dying in that tent. I'm not so sure I want to be chief again. Small clan. Our stronghold let Shatul camp there in the summers, in return for choicest pick of a Chater. Chief Ogzor wanted to strengthen the bond by marrying away his daughter. Ashruka was to be my hunt wife, but that didn't happen. Ashruka refused to be traded like the choicest pick of a Chater. She chose exile rather than marry me. A month later, raiders from the Reach wiped out my whole clan. Chief Ogzor took me in. Never. Chief Ogzor knew I'd consider that a dishonor after what he'd done for me, and Shatul needed my muscle. It wasn't charity, if that's what you're thinking. Chief Ogzor's mother, Shatul's wise woman, though she hates it when we call her that. It falls to her to select the candidates for chief, and she's right over there. Ysara, look! I cut this off Urkael the Cleaver. My friend here struck the killing blow.
Impressive, Larig. Why don't you show the others?
Sound advice, as always.
Come closer. We should speak. You avenged my son. I will not forget what you did for Shatul today. nor will the clan. If you are willing, I have need of someone so capable. If Shatul is to survive, there must be a new chief. Lorig is one contender. The other is Ulgesh. I want you to meet him. Ulgesh returned from Orsinium shortly after my son's injury. He declared himself a contender, but I'm not sure why. The boy never had brains or ambition. Serving in the Orsinium Guard was my son's suggestion. Shatul needs a chief who looks out for the clan before himself. We have no walls to hide behind, only our wits and our skill herding a Chater. If Ulgesh has neither, I need to know. I sent him after Scamper, our laziest at Chater. Ulgesh can explain the task. He's never been talkative, but see what you can learn as you aid each other. I'll want to speak with you when you return.
Who are you? I don't need your help. Alright, let's finish this so I can get back to the clan. Yazara asked for a snow truffle. This lazy beast can sniff it out, but it's a two-person job. I can't keep Scamper and hunt for a snow truffle. No clue. A potion, maybe? You scout ahead, find a truffle patch. Give a whistle. I'll send Scamper your way. Scamper will sniff the patch. If there's a snow truffle, he'll dig it up. You grab it and bring it to Yazara. Got it? Scamper is fast asleep. Give him a good kick to wake, near boulders or trees. Lots of them between here and Shatul. It's why they camp here in the winter. I lived in Orsinium for years. Sometimes I forget Shatul is home. Just find the snow truffle. It's cold out here.
Aww.
Use your nose, Scamper. I think he found one. Scamper earned some sleep. Let's get back to Shatul. I think get that snow truffle to Yazara.
Did you find Olgesh? Good. Give it here. Olgesh passed my test. Scamper has always required 2 people to wrangle. For Olgesh to send you back with the snow truffle tells me he learned to master his temper. He'd have tried to kill you, but you slew Urkael the Cleaver. I expect Olgesh would now be dead. Lorig and Olgesh are the only clear contenders for Chief. They must enter the Bloody Knoll and duel beneath the stern gaze of Malakath. The one who emerges shall be the new chief of Shatul. I have not forgotten what you did for us. On behalf of Shatul, I name you Bloodkin. You shall always have a place among us. I already sent Lorig to the Bloody Knoll. Could you inform Olgesh he is to fight? I would do so, but I must attend to my son. Olgesh should be at his tent. And thank you for the snow truffle, Bloodkin. Sometimes the smallest favors are hardest to repay. It was my son's favorite food. His hearthwife. She has dozens of recipes. He loved them all. He won't be able to taste it. His mind, you see, there's nothing left of him. But I'll mix it into the poison so he enjoys it one last time. The poison I shall feed the husk that remains of his body. No, it is me, murdering my own son. Shatul must survive. Before a new chief is chosen, the old chief must die. By the time Lorig and Olgesh reach the Bloody Knoll, the poison will finish its work. Malakath will take no offense. I doubt that. An orc of Shatul would truly understand. You are neither. Yet you are bloodkin to our clan, and your words give me the strength to do what must be done. Shatul must survive.
That felt like racism, Yazara. I'll let it slide.
Over here. We need... You looked different from inside Olgesh's helmet. Ushruka, exiled daughter of Chief Ogzor. Soon the new chief of Shatul. A merchant friend keeps me informed of Shatul. When she brought word of my father's injuries, Shatul must survive. As an exile, I'm not allowed to enter Shatul. But Ulgesh is no exile. I traded him a new set of armor for his old, then returned to my clan. My own grandmother couldn't tell the difference. The real Ulgesh has a squeak in his voice. One day he paid Morkel's forge wife to make him sound like an ogre. He always wore the helmet everywhere he went. It still smells like sweaty breeches and onions. I cleaned it 3 times. Nothing worked. Have you been to Orsinium? The king hammers away at traditions which keep orcs locked in squalid strongholds. He tempers us, forges us into something new, something better. I will become chief of Shatul, and in a decade, it will become tradition. Some won't. They may challenge me, and I'll have to kill them. But when any other clan clucks about the Code of Malakath, Shatul will band together as we always do. We'll triple their rate on Echater, a built-in blood price for the disrespect. I think we'll get rich off the Malakath zealots. That will make the king happy. And if he asks me to be his chief wife, I'll decline. But I'll offer him the chance to be my king husband. Lorig is a fine warrior, better than my father. But that's the problem. He never challenged my father. He's like an Achater bull that refuses to mate, no matter how much ginger pulp you feed him. I haven't thought about that in years. He was always Uncle Lorig to me. Taught me how to play chop. Always called me Little One, even when I was nearly his height. I looked up to him. Then Father insisted I become his hunt wife. Lorig's heart was never in the match, but refusing would have led to a feud. Father was insufferable. A chief's daughter must bear the clan's burdens. But children are a burden I don't ever plan to bear. Not for the clan, not for anyone. Now I head to the Bloody Knoll. There I will kill Lorig and become chief of Shatul. For this to work, my grandmother must know my intentions. Inform her, and I swear upon my mother's memory, I will repay the favor when I am chief. Gladly. Tell her the truth. I don't care if she approves. She will need to prepare the clan for my success. If Malakath disapproves, he can strike me down in the Bloody Knoll. But Shatul must survive. Go. There's little time.
The plot thickens.
My son, Chief Ogzor is dead. Lorig waits at the Bloody Knoll. Is Olgesh on his way? What? Ushruka was exiled from Shatul. I would never allow her to contend for chief. That foolish girl. We're a traditional clan. Shatul will never accept an exiled woman as chief.
I don't know if she would make a good chief. Seems like Lorig is her elder. And he wants it. I don't know. Yeah,
Had she become Lorig's hunt wife as my son wanted, Shatul would have stayed for the wedding. We would have been there when the Reach attacked Lorig's clan. Her selfishness led to their destruction. Take this ritual blade. It is flawed at its core, just like Lorig and Ushruka. Replace the blade of the weakest contender. Fair. I just watched my son die. None of this is fair. The flawed blade is a test. A weak contender who survives despite this setback deserves to become chief of Shatul. When the blade fails, the weakest contender will most assuredly die. If she go, there is little time. Malakath favor the victor.
What? Oh. Who puts a hole in the middle of the floor like that? That's crazy. Huh. I have no idea who I gave the weaker blade to.
Ashruka? You have to go. If Ulgesh sees you, he'll kill you.
Ulgesh is in Orsinium. He sold me his armor before I came to Shatul.
No.
I gave the weak blade to
have you
Lorig.
done?
Shatul must survive. Don't hold back, Lorig.
Malakath favor the victor.
Goodbye, Uncle Lorig.
Oh, man. Still can't believe that hole. Hear that? Like, what kind of place is this?
You've returned. Who is the new chief of Shatul? I see. I convinced our clan that Ashruka's victory would test our faith in Malakath's favor. They'll accept her. For now. If she allows it, I shall advise her. She'll need all the help she can get.
Hail, champion of the Crucible!
I needed no prayers, only my strength.
Then go forth, my chief, and receive your clan. Shatul, I present your new chief.
Know this, my clan. A new era begins today. The era of the Orc. At King Kurog's side, we shall lead Tamriel to greatness! I know the cheers won't last. I'll need to guard against challengers from all sides, to be twice the chief my father was. But for now, this feels good. This feels right. Of course you do. I don't know if I can attend the moot myself. I should stay here until the clan gets used to the idea of me as chief. But you can tell the king that Shatul supports him absolutely.
Great.
Where to first?
Who are you? It doesn't matter, the Hand of Morkel is mine. Once I find it, which is harder than I thought. That's why you're here, isn't it? She... what? Why? My what? Does she even listen to me? She never listens. Honor of the clan, I say. You'll find someone soon, she says. All right. She sent you here to help? Good. Help me find Morkeldin. The long-lost home of Morkel clan. The old poems say it was buried in ice and stone-marked thrice. See the statues? Morkel's stonework and very old. Morkeldin has to be nearby, but well, maybe you can find the way in. The old poems of Morkeldin's founding mention a heroic trio who rebuffed Winter's grasp and found haven beneath. Maybe they saved the clan from a tunnel collapse. Oh, there's some writing at the base of the statues. Couldn't make sense of it. Who are you? My what? The long-lost, the old poems of Morkel, buried in ice and stone-marked thrice. The statues must reveal the way inside. I think there's an order to lighting the braziers, but I can't get it to work.
That wasn't it. That doesn't work, but I don't see any of the braziers.
wall shifted. Sealed away, but hidden in plain sight. That's it! The Hand of Morkel. It's in some sort of... What is that, a display? It's nestled in there tight. Of course we can't just take it. Phew. The Hand of Morkel is held in something called the... I think it said Heart Forge? Also, endless breath and untold rage lets purest heart release the hand. Poets. We need to rekindle the forge. Endless breath has to mean bellows, and untold rage is... a furnace? Strange way to say it. I'm missing something. Can you look around for a bellows and some kind of blast furnace? Morkel clan prefers simple solutions that last. Look for switches or some kind of mechanism. We'll see what happens when you set things in motion. Oh, and stay alert. My ancestors wouldn't leave this place completely unguarded. You did it! Now for purest heart. The old clan word for heart also means blood. Purest blood. Morkel blood? My father is Morkel's chief. My blood must work. Just a quick flash of the knife. Look! It's opening! Like a hand. Opening. Oh. Oh no. The Hand of Morkel isn't our forge hammer. It's the cage around it. And if my clan's old word for heart also means blood, Then this wasn't our heart forge. It was our... My mother says we're the best smiths in Wrothgar because we put heart in the steel. Whose heart? Whose blood? Morkel clan hasn't had enemies since the days of Morkelden. Did we feed our rivals to that thing? You're right. The old poems aren't about honor we lost when we left Morkelden. It's honor gained for burying our greatest shame beneath a mountain of ice. And a warning to stay away from the hand of Morkel, which... well, we couldn't have known. Not without blood magic. But I can't just leave it here. It's our heritage. I'll bring it back to the stronghold, but what then? What do I tell my clan? You're right. You forge a better blade by studying your past mistakes. I can't keep this from my clan. Perhaps there's a better way to use this place. An honorable way. Morkelden doesn't require the blood of our enemies. That's just how it was misused. Maybe the blood of frostbite spiders is enough. Blood, ichor, whatever. I heard a rumbling when you rekindled the forge. Maybe another way out. Anything to avoid those ogres. This is close to Orsinium. Useful if we ever need to return to the blood, the Heart Forge. Meet me at Morkel's stronghold?
Open for business.
Here. Stand by my side as I address the clan.
Is that your ally, Ashaka? Quiet! Ashaka speaks on a matter concerning the clan.
Morkel clan, our search is over. Today, we are whole once more. No longer shall we live in our ancestors' shadow. There is power in our blood, and at last we reclaim it. Behold, the hand of Morkel! And beneath the mountains, the great forge of Morkelden is rekindled. It is a new era for Morkel. A new era for orcs.
Prepare yourselves, my clan. Soon we march to Orsinium. We shall build it anew.
The news of the Blood Forge brings strife, but I will not allow us to look away. It is not in our nature. Now, I name you Bloodkin to Morkel clan.
I was
Last
already
thing I'll
named
do before
Bloodkin
heading to Orsinium. The
to the
king
other
needs
clan.
a clan who can work its great forge. And it will keep our clan away from Morkeldon until I find a better way to use the Blood Forge.
Kurog's outsider. I'm not sure what you did exactly, but you somehow restored peace to my family, and thereby helped my clan. You have my thanks. Sure, why not? I'll go to this moot and listen to what Kurog has to say. It's the least I can do after you helped us with our family problem. Perhaps I'll see you in Orsinium, outsider.
I lost a lot of money betting against you in that Crucible fight. You're a lucky one.
If I can raise a little gold, I'm on the next caravan out. To oblivion.
And my champion returns. Still alive, and with most of your vital body parts intact. My shield wives owe me. I told them not to bet against me. But enough of that. Were you successful? Are the clan chiefs going to attend the moot? Perfect! You've done me a great service, my friend. The moot will be remembered as the turning point for Wrothgar. The day when all the clans united under the rule of a strong and visionary king. A new golden age for the Orsimer begins here. Now, why, we prepare for the moot, of course. It will be packed. Clan chiefs from the farthest reaches of Wrothgar will come together to finally accept my vision for the future. This is how a kingdom is born. Too bad Bosrog is going to miss it. Don't worry about Bosrog. He hasn't been seen since the attack on the temple. He's probably gone so deep into hiding or run so far away that we'll never see that traitor again. Why should I be? You're concerned enough for both of us. But come on, you're worse than my shield wives. Have a drink. Have the whole damn keg if you want. And take this for services rendered. Now, all we have to do is sit back and wait.
Looking all all over the city for you. I had the hardest time finding you. Looked all over the city, even got lost once or twice. I did find an adorable sweet shop, though. They had these wonderful tiny cakes that were absolutely delicious. Who knew orc cakes could taste so good? Right to business, huh? Not even a hi. Good to see you. Fine, fine. Anyway, High Priestess Solgra needs our help. She wants us to work together on this. When you have a moment, you need to go see her. It's a rescue mission, but she said she wants to give you the details personally. After all, you did save her life. I can see it now. Oh, my savior. Let's retire to my private chambers so I can share the intimate details with you. Seriously, Solgra wants to keep this quiet. Said the situation was sensitive. She especially doesn't want the king to know. When I suggested asking the king for help, she insisted that that would only get more people killed. Just so you know. No, doesn't have a clue. That's what makes it so exciting. This is an honest-to-goodness secret mission. I always wanted to go on a secret mission. Besides, once you talk to Solgra, you'll understand. She explains things much better than I do. I'll meet up with you later. Go see Solgra, but don't take too long. I hate this place. Nothing but dry bread and old turf.
Thank you for responding so quickly to my summons, especially considering everything you've been doing to support the king. Did Everlee tell you that I have a delicate situation? I could really use your help again. She can be rather exuberant, but I suppose the term is accurate. I debated with myself before deciding to ask the two of you for assistance. But in the end, there isn't anyone else I would trust with this matter. A shield wife from one of the clans sent me an urgent plea for help. It appears that the clan's chief has been taken captive by a fanatical group of... How do I put this? They're members of a religious sect devoted to Trinimac. Yes, but it's not the same. The Wrothgar are Trinimac extremists who bend the sacred teachings to their own purposes. They've been gathering power and influence at an alarming rate. If they kill the captain chief in Trinimac's name... It will give the Orc traditionalists one more arrow to put in their quiver, and they won't use it only against us. King Korag and the Forge Mother have supported us. This will cripple their cause and turn everyone against Trinimac and his followers. Go to Faren's stronghold and meet Everlee. Stop the Wrothgar and rescue the chief before it's too late. I just ask for your discretion in this matter. If the king finds out, he'll send an army, which will only result in more death and destruction. 2 things before you go. First, avoid bloodshed on your way into the stronghold. The captives won't be immediately harmed if the Wrothgar feels secure. Second, I'm not sure which chief was taken. The message I received was purposefully vague.
Malakath. I pray your words.
You made it! Excellent! You found me! I knew you could do it. Did you like the trail I left for you? It was easy. Hide, release an arrow, move forward, repeat. And I was able to stay hidden the whole way. Well, mostly. I did almost get caught that last time. Scared the leaves off my tree, if you catch my meaning. I dove down here to hide and wait for you to arrive. Worked a lot better in my head, truth be told. I found out that the stronghold contains a large prison of some sort, but I have no idea where they hid the thing. Nothing around here looks like a prison to me. Oh, I did hear something else while I was sorting my arrows and waiting for you. A couple of Vosh rocks were arguing. One of them stormed off toward the overlook. He sounded pretty upset with the cult. We might be able to get the prison's location out of him. Or, you know, he could alert the entire stronghold to our presence. The cultists talk a lot. We might be able to eavesdrop on them and hear something useful. Or we can search the buildings and hope for the best. Either way, let's split up. We can meet back up after one of us finds something. If you discover anything useful, meet me behind the Great Hall. And try not to raise any alarms. The longer we can keep the Vosh Rock from discovering our presence, the less likely they are to start slaughtering any prisoners. Now that you mention it, the Vosh Rock seem pretty well equipped for a deranged cult. I've seen armies that didn't have some of the equipment they're using. You think one of the alliances might be funding these extremists? For as much as I crave adventure, I hate war. My clan refused to get involved in all that. Never wanted to bow down to a high elf queen who looked down upon our customs. What can I say? I come from stubborn stock.
Did you get a look at that prison? Never seen anything like that in my life.
Did you learn anything about the prison? I gathered some interesting information, but nothing that helps us at this exact moment. Underground? Like in a dungeon or something? I hope you don't expect me to grab a shovel and start digging. I don't do that sort of thing. A well? Yeah, I saw the old well. We'll need a rope or something to climb down, though. Check near the forge. I noticed tools and ropes hanging around. One of those ropes should serve our needs. I'm glad you're back. It's starting to get cold out here. Well, colder, really. I'm not sure how the orcs and the Nords stand it. Did you find a rope? Was it right where I said it would be? I knew you could do it! Follow me. I'll secure the rope and drop it into the well. Come on, the well is this way. I'll hang back and look around up here a little more while you head into